Look at that small thing. Dracula's Winkee. Dracula's Winkee.
Episode 1, The Village Virgin.
Nervousness filled the air, and the room smelled like foot and ass. She knew he would be coming soon. The Shadow Man had visited her 5 nights straight, creeping up to her bedside and taunting her throat with his erotically painful bites. His whispers didn't find her ears, but rather entered directly into her brain.
Do not be afraid, child. I have chosen you, and that is all you need to know.
He was a total stranger, and she didn't even know him. But tonight would be different. Miriam was prepared to give him her most treasured possession, and her virginity. She put the Zuzu pet back on the dresser and arranged the perfume greeting card to form a cute little display. She hoped he would like it.
After all, Zuzu pets are very cool, and Snickle Fritz is my favorite. I'm 22.
She hoped he would like her naked body almost as much. Her mind swelled with images of the mysterious lover making love to her. A stiff breeze parted the pink curtains and probed deep into her forbidden chamber. She moaned unconsciously. Her slender fingers caressed her kibbles and naughty bits. She heard his thick European accent in her brain again. His words stroked her heart and wooed her into surrender.
Why do birds suddenly appear? Every time you are near. Just like me, they long to be close to you.
How could a girl not melt? It was damn sexy. She rose from her bed. There he was, standing outside of her window, 3 stories above the ground.
There's something different about this man,
She thought. In a swirl of mist, the dark stranger entered and embraced her. His touch was like ice, but it warmed her in ways a far better writer could describe. He was tall and gorgeous, over 6 feet worth of lean muscle. His long, jet-black hair draped over his wide shoulders, and his eyes glowed with hypnotizing seduction like a car's cigarette lighter. He threw his cape open, revealing his frilly-girly shirt.
I am the Prince of Darkness.
Kanye West?
I am Dracula, and you are my fledgling.
What is it you wish of me to do tonight, my master?
Soon I will drink the blood from your body, swallowing it into my mouth. So it is only right that you first take me to Slurpee Town.
Miriam was entering new territory. To please a man in that way, to perform gargle, bob, and gag on his uvula hammer, that would require experience and skills she did not possess. She didn't want to embarrass herself, but there were so many questions and no time to Google search. She entered into an internal monologue.
Is it more important to pay attention to the entire ding-dong or just the ding? Is it okay to hum during the act? Do men like it when you use their scrotum as a speed bag like a boxer?
Dracula interrupted her confusion as his tongue taunted her earlobe. She felt her knees weaken. His hands flowed over her breast, causing her polka dots to say hello through the thin fabric of her Walmart muumuu. The fingertips continued downward and slid skillfully underneath to find an inviting opening in her panties.
Nice. Crotchless underwear.
Yes, but they didn't start off that way. Listen, I must be honest with you. I've never performed phallicism before.
The vampire smiled.
I find Cosmo to give the best advice. They suggest you treat it like an ice cream cone.
I prefer my ice cream in a cup because I'm so sloppy. But a cone will have to do. I hope I don't get brain freeze. Owie.
She let clumsy instinct guide her. Sure, she had fantasized, read a lot of Tom Cruise blog entries, and there was that one foolish summer her horny cousin Cheryl schooled her in the ways of sexual exploration. Oh, the nights when they would spoon together in Miriam's bed. Sweaty palms replaced by sweaty mouths. Cheryl had given Miriam her first tingle time, and it was Cheryl who taught her how to play hide the cucumber. Miriam never did find it after the 3rd night. These memories were precious and unnecessarily obligatory, but none of them prepared Miriam for what she would experience tonight. She ripped open the vampire's girly shirt, careful of the frills, and her lips touched his cold alabaster chest. Her tongue tasted the strength of the warm skin as she dragged her ravenous mouth down his body like a hungry, hungry hippo. She stopped at the thick metal belt buckle, afraid further kissing would chip her teeth. Her thin fingers fumbled about, betraying her novicidity. The mysterious European man soothed her as he caressed her face.
Do not feel ashamed, my child. Much like very king, I have lain with 1,000 virgins in my lifetime. I will be gentle.
He whipped off his belt, causing his pants to instantly drop to the floor.
Behold, Dracula's Winkie.
Oh my god, does that come in adult size?
Time stopped. Miriam shrugged. The vampire went batshit.
I have a circulation problem, okay? I require a lot of blood flow, and I'm on this new diet. Ugh, paleo is such an erection killer. Now, cease this madness, virgin. I must have you now.
Dracula was at her throat in the blink of an eye. He tore the clothing from her body. Miriam stood nude before him, shy yet willing, fondling her Zuzu pet. It was enough to drive the Dark Lord wonky with lust. At long last, his red-headed vein rocket was ready to launch. He spun the girl around, pushed her over at the waist, and rammed into her with blind paranormalish passion. But his entrance was denied.
I cannot believe this shit. What's the deal?
Dracula grabbed her at the hips and with minimal effort lifted her into the air. He shook her like jello on Abe Vigoda's spoon.
Who repels my Winkie? What strange power do you possess that blocks me from taking your virginity?
With a final shake, there was a sick thud on the floor. Miriam's eyes met Dracula's, and then they both looked down. She blushed.
Oopsie.
The cucumber was no longer missing.
Next time on Dracula's Winkie.
The women who worship Dracula, the enemies who want to kill him, and who is Juan, brought to you by the 2016 vagina. You'll be surprised at the pounding it can take and love how it moves in and out of traffic. In and out. In and out. Can't you see yourself in a brand new vagina?